Thank you, Mr. Chairman. H.R. 2824 is, plain and simple, about stopping efforts by the Interior Department's Office of Surface Mining to protect adequately the people of Appalachia from the negative health and environmental effects of mountaintop removal mining. The proponents of the bill give it a very misleading title, Preventing Government Waste and Protecting Coal Mining Jobs in America Act, as if to make one think that it's all about preventing government waste and protecting American jobs. But a more accurate title might be Protecting Coal Mining Waste and Preventing Community Health in America Act, because that's what the bill would do. It would force states to weaken regulations that were established by the Reagan administration, regulations that were written to try to protect rivers and streams from the damaging effects of mountaintop removal and to protect the health of the people around those streams. Instead, under this bill, states would be required to weaken their own Reagan-era rules and implement a Bush administration midnight regulation that would give mining companies free rein to bury streams under enormous piles of mining waste. Such a change would not only would destroy miles on miles of Appalachian rivers, eliminate wildlife habitat, and degrade water quality throughout the region, it also would accelerate the destructive process of mountaintop removal mining and would harm the health of communities in the area. Studies link pollution from mountaintop removal mining with cancer, birth defects, lung and heart disease. Multiple studies within the last 3 years found significantly higher rates of cancer and heart disease among West Virginia residents living near mountaintop removal mines compared with West Virginia residents living away from those mines. And the U.S. Geological Survey recently published preliminary research showing that areas near mountaintop removal mines have significantly higher concentrations of certain metals in air particulates, which are known to be associated with cancer and lung disease. So instead of trying to address these effects, these adverse effects, the Bush administration drafted a rule that would make them worse. But in their rush to get the rule out the door during the last month in office, they failed to take some important legally required steps, such as consulting with the Fish and Wildlife Service about the effect of the rule on endangered and threatened species. And as a result, the rule was challenged in court. The Obama administration conceded that the required endangered species consultation had not been done. The process to develop a new regulation that protects communities and the environment has not been a smooth road, and it's been made considerably bumpier by the majority party's desperate, I must use that word, and fruitless search for a scandal. The proper course of action would be to work constructively toward a good rule, not to force a 7-year delay while states are required to implement a legally flawed Bush-era rule. I urge my colleagues to defeat this legislation. I would have thought that we in the United States would have learned long ago, at least by now, that industrial activities conducted without regard for damage to the environment do not make this country richer, do not provide ultimately economic benefit, do not, on balance, improve employment. We should discuss how to conduct these activities with long-term environmental health and public health protected.
Gentleman yields back to his
Thank you,
time.
Chair.
Further discussion?